put your car behind.
Yes.
Thank you very much, General Secretary. You're welcome, members of the media. And I thought it's a brief interaction. Of course, I had to interact with the members of staff here, with my Vice President here, a woman, National Representative Keno Katoba. And I think we have discussed quite a number of issues. You know, whenever there's change of government, whether in secular politics or even in football politics, sometimes there's a lot of anxiety and fear in an institution. And I think that is not good for the health of an institution that is supposed to operate effectively. So I needed to meet our employees here, members of staff, to just assure them that no one should live in fear, because we have not come here to victimize anybody. I think Zambia is a country of laws. We have preached that we want to lead a democratic system, and the rule of law is the cornerstone of justice. So ours will be a democratic governance system. We have to respect the rights of people. People lived in fear. Obviously, others maybe thought now this is the end of us, we are now losing our jobs. I think we are not interested in that. We have been preaching about peace, reconciling the family, the football family, working together as a team. So that is exactly how we are going to proceed. It's not lip service, it's not rhetoric. People have got, there are those who may be on permanent and pensionable employment conditions. There are those who may be on contract. Labor laws must be respected. Employment laws must be respected. And also just the rights, general fundamental rights and the legal rights of the employees must be respected. We talk about short-term solutions, medium-term solutions, long-term solutions. So we have to ensure that that we promise must be implemented. We should not make promises just for the sake of winning an election. We have a job to do. We have a very competent executive committee. I'm privileged, my vice and I are privileged that some of the members of the executive committee were retained. They were already part of the previous executive committee, so we won't have any problem in that area. As we have seen for ourselves, my national women representative Keno Katoba is here. She is going to be very instrumental in ensuring that our settling down is made easy. We have got the General Secretary on my right here, who already understands the system and the know-how of what needs to be done. We have discussed, I may not disclose everything that has been discussed, but I think suffice it to state that we want a motivated workforce increases productivity in a workplace. So we want to have a motivated workforce. We want to see how we can improve our conditions of service of our hardworking employees here. There are many issues that we need to look at, other than looking at their salaries, how we can improve on their salaries. We have to also think of the matters of housing. These are very serious issues. How do we take care of their housing arrangements? Transport. How do we take care of their transport? Do they rely on the same salaries to come to work? To report for work? Do they rely on the same salaries to pay rent? Okay, others probably might be living in their own houses, which is a positive. But all in all, we want to see how we can improve our conditions of service of our employees as quickly as possible, because a motivated workforce will give you results. We should not fail. We have to work together. And then also, I must take this opportunity, I've told everybody not to live in fear, to support each other and to live in harmony. But also, we don't want rumor mongering. We need everybody, all concerted efforts must be put in place to ensure that we work together with the previous administration. You know, we still need to work together with the former president, Mr. Andrew Nangakamanga. He is a very important part of what we are trying to do in terms of, you know, look, he was president for a long time. And if you are going to discard that knowledge, then it's a mistake. He has experience, even at international level. He has got institutional memory. He has got certain competences, and obviously we need him. We also need other former presidents like Teddy Mulonga, whom I'm in touch with. We need his wisdom. Kalusha Wadia himself, we need his input in any way possible. There are others who may not really have been a former president here, but they have contributed to the development of football in this country. We shall need them. We have to work with all the clubs, the provincial administration, to make sure that we are on the same page. The provinces, if we talk about, you know, running from the center to the periphery, those will be important. We have discussed the issues of how we are going to also help the provinces in terms of transport. The provinces, all the 10 provinces must be, you know, taken care of. Transport, you know, tools that they need to operate effectively, such as, you know, the printers of, you know, these cards we need to purchase that, because I think out of the 10 provinces, we only have Copper Belt province that has got that equipment. But even then, that was just purchased by the initiative of the chairperson of the province, who used his own initiative just to purchase for the province. But those are necessary tools that must be in existence in all the 10 provinces. Very important. That the previous administration left, which are working. If it ain't broken, ladies and gentlemen, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Don't fix it. So those things that are working, we have to continue. Where we can improve, let's improve. Where we can introduce new things that we want them to work for the first time, let's do that. But most importantly, I think, I keep emphasizing, a leader does not work alone. It's teamwork all the time. That's what gives you success. Together, everyone achieves more. So we'll be having our first executive committee meeting very soon, and I think you'll be given a detailed program. We have discussed quite a number of issues, how we are going to prepare our teams for the major competitions, the AFCON for the men's, AFCON for the women, as well as you know, the clubs. I think Power Dynamos will be crowned champions on Saturday, and they will be representing Zambia in the Champions League. Whereas also Zesco United will be representing Zambia in the Confederation Cup. We need to help those teams so that they can go far this time around. We don't want first round elimination. This is a footballing nation. We have to engage even management of those teams. How can we work together? How can we offer support, whether technical support or in any other capacity, so that preparations are adequate? They're not playing for themselves, they are playing for Zambia. We need the 4 slots back, you know, for our clubs. It's not enough to have 2 slots at continental level. Then, I don't want to sound ambitious. I always believe in adequate and thorough, meticulous preparation. I believe in that. So, we have to give support to our coaches. We engage them. They will give us obviously how they have lined up the training program, the camping for our national teams. If we play our cards right, we can actually win both the AFCON and the AFCON. Okay, I don't want to be over ambitious in terms of qualifying to the World Cup, because I think we are not in a good position for the men's team. But a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, and Rome wasn't built in a day. let's finish strongly in the World Cup qualifiers. That can only be done with adequate preparation. 2, for the World Cup that will come after the current qualifiers, we have to qualify without fail. We have to qualify without fail. But that can only happen if we do things right. Funding will be very important, adequate preparations. And obviously we have to start building. Some of the players who are in the current team may not be there at that time, they may not be effective. So the coaches will have a meeting with the coaches so that they can help us on the technical aspect of what we should do going forward. We need to know exactly to say by this time, if you have got this age group of players, they'll be able to compete effectively and bring glory to Mother Zambia. So those are some of the issues. We want to work with them. They will need their help. Otherwise, if they do not help us, it will be very difficult. We're going to struggle. We need all stakeholders to come on board and help us, develop our football to another level. I think that is my plea. I think one of the issues I also addressed our members of staff is that forthwith or with immediate effect, Keith Mweemba is no longer the president of Muza. He has stepped down as Muza president. The internal processes will be done, of course, but the club is in able hands, and I think I'm not worried because now I'm a common property of all. So that I thought I should also tell you, but details probably may not be disclosed in a meeting of this nature. Then, coming to your question, I talked about reconciling the football family. This is why I want us to engage, all the coaches. Obviously, as we interact with the coaches, this is one of the issues that we are going to discuss. I cannot, through a press briefing, just make pronouncements. I haven't met the coach. That won't be leadership. I have to see the coach, engage the coach, look at where the problem is, engage the player. But I must mention that without wanting to promote indiscipline in any club, in any player, because you can only succeed with discipline. So we want also the players to be respected. We want also the coach to feel supported. Those are things that now we shall, bring the parties together and provide leadership and resolve. Because Fashion Sakala is a very important player to our national team. Avram Grant is a very important coach to our national team. When you have the skill of mediation or reconciling parties, this will be resolved. Just have no mistake. I think it will be resolved. A solution will be found. Just know that a solution will be found, and we shall all be happy, move forward together. I won't need to disclose the details of who is wrong, who is right. I think it's not important. What is important is that the issue will be resolved. We shall provide leadership, and that issue will be resolved. It is not just confined to Fashion Sakala alone. I think I started by addressing our people that charity begins at home. So even amongst ourselves within the Football Association, I want people to love each other.